Today, October 28th, and our readings in Matthew, in Mark, and in Luke all have to do with one topic, the end times. Matthew chapter 24, picking up in verse 36, says, "But concerning that day and hour, no one knows, not even the angels of heaven, nor the Son, but the Father only. For as were the days of Noah, so will be the coming of the Son of Man. As in those days before the flood, they were eating and drinking and marrying and giving in marriage, until the day when Noah entered the ark. They were unaware until the flood came and swept them all away. So will be the coming of the Son of Man." Now, as you go through Matthew chapter 24, I believe Jesus is talking about two different kinds of comings in chapter 24, two different returns, if you will. One where he comes down all the way, puts his feet on the Mount of Olives, and begins the 1,000-year reign, and one where he comes to receive the church, and that's the rapture. And why this, to me, seems like that is because no one knows the day or hour. Right? It comes at a time that you don't expect, when people are just going about life and they're not paying attention to the warning signs. And that's what we've seen in chapter 24. There are warning signs. There are indicators of what's going on as it approaches that day. And no one knows when that day is going to happen. When the Father will tap the Son and say, "Today's the day. Go." Right? But we do know when he comes back at the end of the 7-year period. And so that's why I believe in chapter 24, it's kind of this twofold coming. And so what should we be doing if that's the case? Verse 42, "Therefore stay awake, for you do not know on what day your Lord is coming." Verse 44, "Therefore you also must be ready, for the Son of Man is coming at an hour you do not expect. Who then is the faithful and wise servant, whom his master has set over his household to give them their food at the proper time? Blessed is that servant whom his master will find so doing when he comes." This belief in a rapture, and people are like, well, it's not in the Bible. Well, the teaching is. And the idea of being snatched up is, and that is in the Bible several times. And the fear is, by those on other sides of this, are that it's an escapism mentality. It's a just pie in the sky, rather than what it is, another reason to be ready, right? Because, hey, time is short. You don't know when. So be at work with the kingdom. Be doing the things God has for you. Be found faithful. And it all fits together in the way that Jesus talks about this life, and the way that Paul will go on to talk about it, and Peter and James and John in the epistles. Living the Christian life means we're fully committed to Him. We're surrendered to Jesus, and we're wholeheartedly working because it's daytime. Night is coming when no one may work, right? There's going to be a point where that's not possible, but till that point, we keep going fully for Jesus. What is that going to look like in for our lives as we wait for His return? Until next time, keep growing little by little.